Here we begin with breaking news in the search for a 6-year-old boy who went missing in Everman. A relative claims his mom told her she sold her son at a grocery store.
And that's just one of the disturbing details now coming to light as we get our first look at a search warrant in Tarrant County. Detectives say Noel Rodriguez Alvarez's family left town 48 hours before an Amber Alert was issued almost 2 weeks ago. His mother, stepfather, and 6 of his siblings boarded a flight to Turkey and then traveled on to India. Little Noel was not listed on that flight. I want to get to Sydney Persing in our newsroom. You just got your hands on that warrant. What does it say?
Izzy, this is a big story. People have tons of questions and up until now virtually had no answers. Details in this newly obtained search warrant, though, could answer some. According to the court document, Cindy Rodriguez Singh, Noel's mother, told her mother she sold her son to someone at a Fiesta Market store. Relatives said Rodriguez Singh abused Noel, even told someone in her family once not to give her son any water because she didn't want to clean up after his dirty diaper. The document also says another relative told police he saw Rodriguez Singh hit Noel with car keys attached to a lanyard. Now, we already know from police Rodriguez Singh, her husband, and their other children boarded a flight to India, as you mentioned, without Noel back in March. This warrant, though, now reveals Rodriguez Singh first applied for those passports for her children in November, and she never even applied for a passport for Noel. The warrant also states Rodriguez Singh did not take her son to a scheduled medical appointment. That was back in October. Now, police obtained this search warrant to access specific items: financial and medical documents, clothing, cell phones, laptop, physical evidence of injuries or abuse. I really want to reiterate here, we just talked with the police chief moments ago, and he stressed his officers have not found any evidence to support that claim that Noel was sold at a Fiesta Mart.
Okay, Shalom. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth, as well as much respect and honors to the brothers that are pushing this truth in sincerity across the 4 winds of this earth and risking their lives and freedom to do so. I would also like to give much honors and respect to the brothers and sisters that are of the hopeful elect that are doing their very best to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High to the best of their abilities. Shalom. This is Caleb of Judah, and I'm coming back at you with a quick lesson. As you saw in the beginning, I shared a news clipping, and it was talking about this little boy right here that's in the picture, this little 6-year-old Northern Kingdom Israelite boy. He's missing. Okay, and according to the news clipping, the mother claimed to have sold the boy. Okay, now here it is. I mean, I did a little bit more research and I found some other news clippings and some articles. And according to those news clippings and articles, the authorities believe that the little boy is no longer alive. Okay, and so the authorities don't believe that the woman actually sold the little boy. I believe they're leaning towards, that she pretty much unalived the little boy, And here it is. I mean, she has a new husband, which I believe is from India. And so her and her new husband, I guess they fled the U.S. and they went to India, I guess to escape punishment. Okay. But, with that being said, at the end of the day, her husband, and whoever else was involved in the wrongdoing of this little boy would not be able to escape the judgment and the wrath of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And speaking of this, men of Israel, and when I say men of Israel, I'm talking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and those that are of the speckled bird that look like these other nations, but go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on your father's side. Men of Israel, this is why you got to be very careful of who you drop seeds in, okay? You don't want to drop them in no wicked Eve like this right here, And speaking of these wicked Eves, here it is. I saw another article, where an incident took place not too long ago where you had this Southern Kingdom Eve was trying to throw 2 of her children in front of a moving car, Like I said, that's just straight up wicked as hell, I mean, like I say, only a demon would do something like that. A brute beast would do something like that, But these wicked Eves, hey, they got a great judgment coming to them. And I'm not doing this lesson to bash all of our women because, some of our women have come back, they're trying to do right. But, the majority of our women are wicked as hell. And you just got to call it like it is. They wicked as hell, And, and ultimately, we know that the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is in control of all things. And we know that, ultimately this was, judgment being carried out on this little boy for, something that he'd done, in a previous life. But with that being said, the mother and whoever else was involved, in this incident, hey, the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to judge them as well. They got a great judgment coming to them, for what they've done. Okay. And so, once again, hey, like I say, men of Israel, be very careful of who you drop your seeds in. Okay. Because here it is. These wicked Eves out here, if they not, leaving children unattended or, trying to throw children in front of moving cars, trying to use children as leverage. To get child support and to get their way with things. They either running down or they either running down here to Evil E, to his Planned Parent, clinics and offering our seeds. Okay, so once again, this is why you got to be very careful, men of Israel, of who you drop seeds into. Okay, and once again, I'm not doing this lesson to bash all of our women, because like I was saying, we have some of our women that have come back and they're trying to do right. But this is just for those wicked Eves, okay? And like I say, the majority of our women, hey, you just got to call it like it is. They're wicked as hell, They pure wicked. Okay, I'm going to bring out a couple of scriptures. Like I say, I don't plan to keep this lesson long at all. The first scripture I want to bring out is in the book of Ecclesiasticus, and this is chapter 25, and this is verse 24. And it reads, "Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die." Here it is. Look at this particular situation right here that happened with this little boy. The authorities, they now believe that the boy is no longer alive. Okay, all because of this wicked Eve. Okay, and so this particular situation is a prime example of through the woman we all die. Okay, because like I was saying, here it is. I looked at some other articles, and the authorities now believe that this little boy is no longer alive. Here it is. I think they were digging up, and busting up concrete, trying to see, if the little boy was buried and whatnot. Okay, but like I say, here it is. These wicked Eves, they always doing something horrible. Like I say, just like if they not leaving kids unattended, they're trying to use children as leverage to try to get their way, to try to get some type of child support, to try to destroy the man, or they running down here to Evil E, to his Planned Parenthood clinics and aborting our seeds. Like I say, these wicked Eves, hey, they're gonna have a hard reset. They're gonna have a great judgment coming to them. And Jacob's trouble. Hey, it's gonna take care of a lot of these wicked Eves out here. A lot of these wicked Eves, they're gonna get destroyed. Out here. In Jacob's trouble. Like I say, here it is. Hey, they need a hard reset. Because they just too doggone wicked. Okay, this is the book of Galatians, and this is chapter 6, and this is verse 7. And it reads, "Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." Okay, and here it is. What this Eve did, she sowed evil. Her and whoever else was involved, okay, in the wrongdoing of this little boy. Okay, and so as a result, they're going to get evil done to them. Okay, since they sowed evil, they're going to get evil done to them. Okay, and like I say, they can run, and they can try to hide, but they're not going to be able to escape and to and hide from the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They're not going to be able to escape the wrath, okay, in the judgment of the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They're going to have to give an answer for what they've done. Like I say, she can run to Africa, with this new husband of hers, and or they can run to where India, Salakia. They can run to India or wherever, other country they want to run to. At the end of the day, they're not going to be able to escape the wrath and the judgment of the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They're going to have to give an answer, for what they've done. Like I said, that's just pure wicked. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah, and this is chapter 3, and this is verse 11. And it reads, "Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him." Okay, and this can be applied to a woman as well. Okay, and it says, "Woe unto the wicked," meaning destruction to the wicked. Okay, it says, "It shall be ill with him," meaning, hey, it's not going to go well with them. Okay, it's not going to be good for them. Okay, and for the wickedness that they've done, like I say, they're going to get judgment for that. Okay, it says, "For the reward of his hand shall be given him." Okay, and so, like I say, this wicked Eve and whoever else was involved, into, the wrongdoing of this little boy right here, they're going to get a judgment for that. They're going to have to answer for that. Okay, the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to judge this wicked Eve and anyone else who was involved, like I say, or anyone else who had a hand, in this wicked act, Okay, this is the book of Deuteronomy, and this is chapter 28, and this is verse 56. And it reads, "The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son." You heard that? It says, "and toward her son, and toward her daughter." Now, what do we see in this particular situation? Okay, this wicked Eve, had an evil eye towards her son. Look what she did to him. She claimed to have sold him, but the authorities are saying, that the boy is they believe the boy is no longer alive. And so she may have offed him. Okay. Like I said, it's just pure wicked as hell. Like I said, this is why 2/3 of our people, 2/3 of our people, they're going to get it. 2/3 of our people got a harsh judgment coming to them, women included, because they just wicked as hell. Like I say, Jacob's trouble, it's going to take a lot of these wicked Eves out. Okay. And it's going to be well deserved. It's going to be well deserved. Like I say, 2/3 of our people, they got to go, because they're just too doggone wicked. They need a hard reset, just wicked as hell. Okay. Yeah, I got one more scripture I'm going to bring out, and then we're going to end the lesson. Okay, and this is Matthew, and this is chapter 24, and this is verse 12. And it reads, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." Okay, and here it is. What do we see in this particular situation? Okay, this wicked Eve. Okay, the love for her son has waxed cold. Look what she did. She claimed to have sold him, but the authorities are saying that she may have offed him, or that he's no longer alive. Okay, and so, like I say, at the end, 2/3 of our people, they got a harsh judgment coming to them, and that's women included, because of their wickedness, And so, that's pretty much the point. I didn't plan to keep this lesson long at all. I hope it was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Kwam Yasharal and Abba Baba. Shalom.